the Lakers were, I think the Lakers are more susceptible if they hadn't taken so many to continue to attack them at the rim. They had no rim protection. The amount of times that Minnesota put the ball on the floor from 25 feet and got to the rim was almost embarrassing for the Lakers. And it's because of this lineup that JJ Reddick was married to for whatever reason. He got it into his head that we can play small. I say we can play small, and hell or high water, we're going to play small, and I'm not going to do anything about it. And because I know better, and this is what we're going to do. And if you didn't see, at some point in this game, you had to put Jackson Hayes in the game. I'm sorry, man. It was embarrassing what Rudy Gobert was doing to them, not just on the offensive glass, like how easy the finishes were for him around the rim. It looked like, that every now and then you get that like 6'8", 12-year-old, that's playing in like a rec league game.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. And it's like, wait a second, man. And here's the thing. JJ Reddick, I know, doesn't really like playing bigs. He likes playing smaller, and he thinks, and he I know this was part of their strategy, we're going to play Rudy Gobert off the floor. We're going to play him right off the floor because we're going to run these ball screens and get switches, and Luka or LeBron are going to have their way with him on the perimeter, either shooting over him or going by him. They're going to collapse, and we're going to hit threes, and they're going to have to get him off the court. Problem is, Luka and LeBron weren't winning those. No. Neither one of those guys. Austin Reeves either, who had one of his worst games. I've seen him play in the last 2 years.
Bad series.
They weren't winning that. And at some point, if you're JJ Reddick, that's your whole game plan is predicated on getting the switch and having Rudy Gobert extended on the perimeter and exposing him. At some point, man, you have to see that's not happening. So therefore, all the other stuff that you're sacrificing is now the dominant force in the game, which is his rebounding, his finishing ability, and his rim protection. So if you're not winning those matchups when you get the switches, you have to think about attacking them a different way and getting some size and athleticism on the court up front. Jackson Hayes is the only guy you have that falls into that category. You're not playing Alex Len, and I can't believe they dusted off Maxi Kleber to get in this game. I couldn't believe my eyes. This dude hasn't played in 40 games.
Yeah.
And he, listen, I like him, by the way. And I think he's a good defender. He's a very good three-point shooter as a big. The guy hasn't played. He stood up, a dust cloud formed. I didn't even know he was sitting down there. And you're going to give him 5 minutes and you can't find any time for Jackson Hayes. Adam, I'm telling you, man, the stubbornness and the JJ being married to this ideology, no matter what his eyes were telling him was happening on the court, cost them this series. Look, they might have lost it anyway. Minnesota's a really good team and they're red hot coming in. The fact that you don't make an adjustment the last 2 games of this series, to me, that falls right in the lap of JJ Reddick.